Sujin here with another Let's Draw video, but in this video I don't actually draw anything. Instead, we're just going to take a look at some of the pictures I have been drawing on my cell phone. For the first drawing, this is pretty self-explanatory. It's a baby wearing some pajamas and he has quite a lot of hair. Next up, I call him Mr. Potato Man because he looks like a Mr. Potato. Mostly the nose, the eyes, and the mustache. Yeah, his head is really huge. Look at how big his head is, and look how small his arms are. His torso is okay, I guess. He has a pretty plain shirt and some jeans, and a nice thick mustache. He has more mustache hair than he does on his scalp. And his eyes are huge. His nose is huge. And here's a gorilla. If you notice, I have him with the same brow as the ogres because this was originally an ogre, and when I made the huge grin over here, I decided it would not look like an ogre, and I just decided to make it into a gorilla instead. Here's the torso and head of a goblin. He looks a little bit like an Impossible Man, mostly with a cone head. And I gave him a raggedy leather vest and a belt. And I just realized now I forgot to color in the buttons. Here's an ogre, the first of many. This one has a huge head and with an axe. I should have drawn a loincloth, but oh well. And he has no nipples. Here's an ogre with some highlights and shading. The lighter parts is the highlights, and the darker parts is the shading. I'd say it looks a lot better with just one plain flesh tone. And also I made the teeth a little bit yellow from the stains because ogres don't have dental plans. This ogre is a bit ugly. Look at his long wrinkly neck. And he has these huge buck teeth. Here's a drawing of a warrior, even though you can't see his weapons, but you can tell he's a warrior with his scar on his eye and on his chest. This one I used shading only. I didn't try any highlights, but you can see the shading on the hair and below the hair and below the nose, below the neck. Is this supposed to be shading? I guess so. Below his chest. The hair is a brand new style. I really don't know how to draw hair on people, so I tried to draw something random in this one. It looks like 3 bananas. Next picture is a kid eating a slice of pizza. He's wearing possibly jeans, but it's missing some details. He's got a white case cell phone up in there in his pocket. You can see the camera over there peeking out. He has one of those red cups, those red plastic cups, and inside is orange juice. And he's got a slice of pepperoni pizza. He has some freckles there, and overall he's not too detailed besides the freckles. It's a really simple design. Here's a medieval knight. I based him on the Crusader, mostly the cloth part. I wasn't too sure how to draw the hands with gloves. I think it turned out okay. And he's got a nice long sword over here. There's his sash holding his cloak up. And he has one of those great helms. overall looks pretty good, I think. You might notice I put a little bit more effort in this drawing compared to the other ones. Here's the back view of a warrior. He has his shirt, and there's like a tunic, and there's a sash, or belt, whatever. And he has a sword that looks more like a katana than a regular medieval sword. And he has two pouches on the side. And he has orange hair like Fry from Futurama, but it's more spikier. I'm pretty sure his legs are going to be too thin. Well, he's tall and thin, I guess. And I didn't put any lines on the hands. No, so you can't really see the fingers over here. Overall, a simple design with some minor details. Here's a goblin eating a drumstick. Drumstick is the favorite part of the chicken for me. I actually tried to make it a goblin kid to go with the kid eating pizza, but I wasn't sure how to make a goblin look younger. But I wanted to make some more civilian type drawings for fantasy creatures instead of just having them all being warriors. Here's an especially happy ogre, and he's waving hello to somebody. You can tell I didn't clean up the face. There's some mess up in the face. But overall, the body is pretty good. I'm sure you noticed by now, most of my ogres have the same eyebrows. I mean, the same brows, similar eyes and nose, and a similar muscular build on the body. I tried to draw fingers, so I ended up giving him 3 fingers and a thumb instead of the usual 5. I couldn't fit in 5 fingers. Here's a ogre with a cone head, and his nose is not as big as the other ones. And he has a similar muscular build, and I gave him a 6-pack abs over here. And I was actually able to give him 5 fingers, but you can tell they're really cramped. They're not huge fingers like the previous ogre. You can tell he's proud of his body. And the final picture, here's an ogre lifting up a rock. It is inspired by a scene from Attack on Titan. If you watched the episode, you should know what I am talking about. The rock looks maybe more like a cannonball because rocks aren't that perfectly smooth. I'm not saying this is smooth, but close enough. And there seems to be a huge gap between the neck and the chest muscles, and arms are kind of cramped into the torso over here. Maybe they should be a little more spaced out. And the eyebrows look a little funny. The brows look a little funny. And I try to give him some of those muscles on the side of your stomach. Okay, so that's all those pictures. I've been drawing a lot of fantasy drawings lately, specifically quite a few ogres, especially after I have watched the Attack on Titan anime. But I also try to draw some modern civilian stuff like these people over here, these dudes over here. And this is fantasy, but he's more like a civilian. He's eating, while these people are warriors. There's two warriors over here, a warrior over here. These guys are definitely warriors, but these guys are happy instead of angry like all the other ogres. Now I've noticed it's a lot easier to draw on the cell phone, and it's even easier to draw with thicker lines compared to using my mono-price drawing tablet. Maybe I should get one of those all-purpose tablets with a big screen so I can draw bigger pictures. So it's been a while since I uploaded a video. Hopefully I'll be more active on the YouTube channel and draw more pictures and upload more videos and improve upon my art. I should definitely use more shading like these two pictures. It definitely adds to the picture significantly. I'd say these two look really nice. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the art. Feel free to post about which pictures you like the best. Thank you for watching. Until next time.